So I just got one of my dream guitars. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate it's been a few weeks since I've uploaded anything, but thanks for coming back, and a big thank you to all of the new subscribers, everybody that's left a comment. We've had some really great discussion in some of the comment threads. I really appreciate it. It's great to hear from you, and it's just nice to speak to like-minded individuals. So please keep them coming. If you're new here, my name's Craig. I'm a guitarist and a composer based in Bristol here in the UK. I play in a bunch of bands and I write music for film and TV. So I'm in a bit of a strange kind of limbo at the moment because my wife and I are moving house. So I'm really trying to cut down on a lot of the things that I need to take with me, particularly the big bulky things. And as guitarists, as we know, things like hard cases, amps, they take up loads of space. And it's a good opportunity just to really reflect and just try and understand sort of, which instruments that I haven't really used for a while, which ones perhaps I can probably move on, which ones do I really want to keep. And I find I'm being quite brutal at the moment. So if there's something that I haven't played for a little while, or if it's just something that isn't going to get used, it seems a shame to hold on to it. So I went through my collection and I found 4 guitars that I was willing to part ways with. I had an Eric Johnson Stratocaster, I had a Mexican Stratocaster Deluxe, and also had a Telecaster, which is like a made in Japan Telecaster custom, like a TL62, and also my Les Paul, my Gibson Les Paul Classic. So that's a guitar you've probably seen in some other videos. If you haven't, check them out. That is a guitar that I do get on with, but since I bought my 335, that's been getting much more use. So as you can probably tell, there's 2 Strats in there. I love playing a Strat. I recently made a video on the American Pro 2 Strat that I use quite a lot. But whilst I like that guitar, I mentioned in the video that it's not something that I feel particularly kind of like attached to. There are things that I maybe would change about it, and I've always wanted kind of like that perfect Strat, and that probably doesn't exist. And if it does, it's probably not something that I can afford, but I figured I can try and get close at least. So certainly to me, kind of the pinnacle of the Strat is like a vintage sort of like late 50s, early 60s Strat. We've all seen the price tags on those and seen many famous guitarists playing them. It's probably not something that I'll ever be able to afford, but I do like the idea of a guitar that has been played in. It's got a bit of mojo to it, and I really do like that. Just the look of an old guitar where it's kind of like all worn away and stuff. So you can probably guess where this is going. So I decided I wanted to get a custom shop Strat, and they're still big bucks even in the secondhand market. It's not like you can really find a bargain with these anymore. So I wanted to find a custom shop Strat. I had looked around and found a few that I liked. But as I mentioned, I wanted to swap some guitars for it. So kind of like a private seller was really out of the question. Luckily, there's a really great guitar shop in Bath, which is just outside of Bristol. It's kind of like the next city along. Which is where we're moving, actually. There's a really great guitar shop there called Guitar Bits, and spoke to them, and they were willing to do a deal. So pretty much a straight swap. So 4 guitars for 1, which certainly helped me whittle down the collection pretty drastically. But enough talking. Let me show you the guitar. So try not to drop it. Gonna make it look good for the YouTube, right? Okay, so what I have ended up buying is it's a Strat, as I mentioned. It is a 59. Smooth. It is a 59 LTD, so limited run. 59 was the year that a lot of changes happened with the Strat, so we saw some changes with the number of holes in the pick guard. They moved over to the slab board. And they're kind of known for having like a few oddities where Fender had a whole bunch of parts, saddles, pickups, hardware, which was maybe changing. Even things like the inlays in the fretboard. My history isn't great on this. This is just kind of what I've read up on. So this is really based on that transition year. So I think it was July 1959. This guitar isn't from July 1959. It's from 2019. So it's a little newer. I have had a 2019 custom shop Strat before, and I don't have it anymore because I didn't really get on with it. Had a very chunky neck. Didn't really like the Relic job on it. Whereas this one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. The shop actually had two of these. One was from 1997. It was a Canetto. And then they had this one, which was obviously a lot newer. So I guess a little bit about the guitar. As you can see, it's a three-tone sunburst, standard pickup configuration, 3 single coils, so different to my American Pro 2, which has a humbucker in it. We have 3 hand-wound Fat 50s pickups, which are hand-wound by, I'm going to get this terribly wrong, Brycenda Pineda. Apologies if I've mispronounced your name. So I think there's only 4 or 5 pickup winders at the custom shop. And she made these, and she did a great job. They sound amazing. So yeah, I mean, it's a heavy Relic. Let me see if I can get this in focus. I'll do some close-ups of this. So yeah, it's a heavy Relic. I think they've done a really good job on the relicing on this. Some of them are a bit kind of questionable, but this one looks really neat. It's relicked in all the right places, so you know the frets are brand new. They're massive as well, which is great. I really like them. Yeah, we've got clay dots, nitro pick guard. Wearing, I'd say, kind of most of the right places. I've already noticed from playing this that I'm actually putting some scratches of my own into it just up here. Apparently I'm quite an aggressive picker. There's a few scratches coming out here, so I guess I would have probably expected to see a bit of relicing here. I'm not really sure why it's all worn away here, unless someone's been kind of like chewing on it. But yeah, the neck's been sanded back, which is kind of odd. It feels amazing, but I do get quite sweaty when I'm playing. So I'm kind of interested to see how this lasts and how it feels for at a gig. I used it for a rehearsal the other night. I've used it for a couple of rehearsals actually, where I've been playing it sort of like for 3 or 4 hours, and it's been amazing. It sounds great. I love the way it plays, the feel of it. So yeah, this was a straight swap. I swapped all 4 of those guitars for this. Appreciate I probably could have got a bit more if I'd sold them privately. But as I said, we're moving house, kind of got enough to worry about. I don't really want to be posting guitars and, you know, just speaking to people that are sort of like itching to get a deal, and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, let's see what it sounds like. So yeah, I've got this plugged in. I've actually, unusually for me, I've taken the liberty of micing up an amp. So I've got the Blues Junior plugged in just here, which is also new to me. It's a 2001, so it's not a new amp by any means. I've just got the NT1 in front of it. I'm really liking the sound of that mic on a guitar amp at the moment. It's just at 45 degrees, a couple of inches off the cone. For the nerds. So yeah, clean tone. This is just on the bridge. I'm in E flat. Just gonna pull one of these out so I can enjoy it. Yeah, so that's just the bridge pickup. It's not too hot. The bridge pickup on the Eric Johnson was super spiky, and I know that some people that have owned those guitars have said that the pickups are a little bit they're a bit all over the place, to be honest. They work for him, but they don't really work for me. and that's okay. These do. So as I said, they're hand wound Fat 50s, and I know I said I wouldn't change the pickups in my other Strat, but if I could get another set of these, I'd definitely put them in there. So yeah, it's not super high output. It's really kind of clear. Really clean. Just sounds like a Strat. That's what you want, right? So second position. Middle position, which as we learned last time, I actually quite like now. Second position. I love that sound. It's just so great on a Strat. Really funky. Finally, the neck position. I've been using this a lot. So the other guitarist in the country band plays a Telecaster, and having a Strat and a Tele playing at the same time, it's a lot of high end. There's a lot of treble going on. So I've actually been using the neck pickup quite a bit for rhythm parts, which isn't something I've done before. But it's working really well, and I really like the sound of it. We have a gig on the weekend, so it'll be interesting to, I guess, hear what that's like in the context in a venue. But yeah, that'd be really cool. What else was I going to say about this neck pickup? I've completely forgotten. That's fine. Let's just put a bit of overdrive on it. I'm also going to just put a little bit of reverb on because it's weird playing without it. So yeah, just a bit of spring from the amp. I'm using the PRS Horsemeat pedal, which is a clone. I really like this pedal. I got it for a great price from Beach. They're running an offer at the moment, so I'll make another video about that probably straight after this one because I'm really enjoying playing it. So yeah, just back to the bridge pickup. I've got the gain and the level both set to 9 o'clock on the Horsemeat, so it's not really doing a great deal, but it does enough. Right, so. Second position. Middle position. Fourth position. Finally, the neck position. I'm only joking. so that's that's my new guitar. Is it my dream Strat? I probably would have liked a Sonic Blue one, but I got to be honest, I'm pretty damn pleased with this. Really looking forward to playing at some gigs. It's everything that I've really been looking for in a Strat. Something that is super playable, has a bit of mojo. I know it's not an old guitar. I know the Relic thing isn't for everyone. I like it, and it's mine, so that's all what matters, right? But yeah, I mean, as always, thank you for checking out the video. I hope you find it interesting. Hope you like the guitar. If you do, even if you don't, just leave a message in the comments if you've got any questions. Always love to hear from you guys. And as always, just please give it a like. It really helps out. It helps get this video out to other people, and just helps kind of spread awareness of the channel, I guess. But yeah, that's really it for me. Once again, thanks for watching till the end. Go play your guitar.